This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
And I'm Bill Bryant, and Kentucky Morning Start here on WKYT. It is Thursday, March 10th.
Now at 6 o'clock, a developing story in Lexington where several streets are closed because of a standoff. We're live at the scene with this alert.
And new developments in the last couple of minutes. Also, state police are offering a reward for information about several cases of arson in eastern Kentucky.
The Democratic presidential candidates spar over the issues in Florida a day ahead of their Republican rivals. I'm Marley Hall in Miami with the highlights coming up.
And we have the showers outside for some, and you know what? This isn't going to move that much. What you see outside at this moment, if you're dry, you're pretty much going to stay dry through much of the day. If you're seeing some wet conditions, that's going to be the way it is the rest of the day because the system doesn't move that much. Temperatures right around 70. I'll talk about those details coming up.
All right, and let's get right to the news.
We begin with a breaking news alert. A standoff situation with an armed suspect near downtown Lexington has just ended.
It went on all night long, and in the last couple of minutes, we just got word from police that they have now had the situation changed. Then the person there has exited the building. Police still have several streets shut down near the scene, which is a liquor store at the corner of Georgetown Street and Newtown Pike near BCTC. WKYT's Mark Barber is live now with the breaking details. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. I just spoke with an officer a couple moments ago, and he told me that the man who had barricaded himself inside a liquor store here did leave the building safely just a few minutes ago. Now, they say that they are planning to reopen a lot of these streets here that are still closed, hopefully within the next few minutes. However, they did not have a timeline for how long it might take to get all these roads back open. Now, this all started around 10:30 last night, so it stretched on for more than 6 hours. Investigators say that an officer tried to stop the man because they spotted him driving a stolen vehicle. They say that man jumped out of that car, ran into the corner liquor store here on Newtown Pike and Georgetown Street. Officers responded by sending in negotiators to try to talk that man down over the phone. They also shut down a major stretch of Newtown Pike this morning. And again, it is still closed at this hour. However, that could be changing in the next few minutes. So stay with us right here on WKYT as we continue to follow the traffic impact. As always, we'll keep you updated right here on air and online. We'll let you know just as soon as they reopen these streets here. That's the latest in Lexington. I'm Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, thank you very much, and it is good to have a resolution in that situation. And there's some good news for drivers heading south, maybe spring breakers. Part of I-75 in Tennessee has reopened ahead of schedule. The southbound lanes are now open near Jellicoe Mountain for the first time since last month's major rock slide just south of the Kentucky border. But the northbound lanes remain closed. The Tennessee Transportation Department is hoping to have at least one northbound lane opened up by March 24th. And now for some bad news for drivers. Gasoline prices in Lexington jumped overnight. Many stations are selling unleaded gas this morning for $1.99 a gallon. Experts say a 40% jump in oil prices in recent weeks are to blame for that.
A Lexington women's clinic being sued by the state has stopped performing abortions for now. Governor Bevin's administration is suing EMW Women's Clinic on Burt Road, alleging the clinic performed unlicensed abortions. According to the Herald Leader, the women's clinic has temporarily stopped performing the procedure until a judge makes a ruling in the case next week. Meanwhile, a bill aimed at putting new restrictions on abortion clinics has overwhelmingly passed the Kentucky Senate. It's the latest in a flurry of abortion-related measures to pass the Republican-led Senate this year. The bill that passed on a 32-5 vote would require abortion clinics to meet stricter outpatient surgical center standards.
State police are asking for help in solving arson cases in 3 eastern Kentucky counties this morning. Just this year, police say 6 fires in Jackson, Lee, and Owsley counties have destroyed campers and even a few homes. 4 fires destroyed campers and a shed at the campgrounds on Shoemaker Ridge in Lee County. And the most recent fire happened over the weekend. After 2 more fires destroyed homes in both Owsley and Jackson counties, police say it became increasingly obvious that it is arson.
You know, we don't see that many fires in that small of a proximity just happen.
Police are still trying to figure out if those fires are connected. The Arson Task Force is now offering a $1,000 reward for information.
A well-known Pulaski County businessman is in critical condition after police say he accidentally shot himself. Ward Carell is at UK Hospital. Police think he was home alone when he shot himself. They're not sure what he was doing with the gun at the time. Carell is well known in southern Kentucky for building Cumberland Lake Shell and other businesses. Republican presidential candidates square off in their 12th debate of the campaign season tonight in Florida.
And that event comes less than a week before some crucial primaries in 5 states, including Florida and Ohio. And it follows last night's contentious Democratic debate. Marley Hall has the latest from Miami.
Hillary Clinton courted Florida voters moments after taking on rival Bernie Sanders in a debate in Miami.
I really, really want to win Florida next Tuesday, and I want to win Florida in November.
The showdown in the winner-take-all state centered on immigration.
I would not deport children. I do not want to deport family members either.
I don't think that the Secretary fully answered your question. I will not deport children from the United States of America.
Clinton fielded tough questions from the moderators over Benghazi and her email controversy.
It wasn't the best choice. I made a mistake.
If you get indicted, would you drop out?
Oh, for goodness, that is not going to happen. I'm not even answering that question.
Clinton and Sanders also took turns during the debate blasting Republican frontrunner Donald Trump.
His trafficking in prejudice and paranoia has no place in our political system.
The American people are never going to elect a president who insults Mexicans, who insults Muslims.
The latest polls show Trump leading Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, and John Kasich in both Florida and Ohio. Still, Cruz continues to sell himself as the only Trump alternative.
There is only one campaign that has repeatedly beaten Donald Trump and that can and will beat Donald Trump.
Trump and his rivals take to the debate stage once again tonight in Miami. Marley Hall, CBS News, Miami, Florida.
And today, former presidential contender Jeb Bush will be meeting with Ted Cruz and John Kasich. Bush met with Marco Rubio yesterday, but has yet to endorse any candidate.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Still have those showers outside early this morning for some of us, not all of us. If you're anywhere east of Lexington and south of Lexington, for the most part, you're staying dry and it feels amazing outside. Temperatures are actually in the 60s this morning. And so if you're around Lexington north and westbound, go up toward Carlisle, work your way up 68, then go through 62. You're looking at North Middletown holding on to some rain. You're going into Carlisle. You're going up toward Maysville, Mays Lick, and also Mount Olivet. You guys, we're going to be in this area. If you're seeing rain right now, more than likely you're going to see rain on and off all day long. But if you're not, and look, this 20, 30 miles will make a huge difference out and about. You go into, say, portions of Bath County, go into Salt Lake or Owensville. You guys don't have a good chance of rain until we hit later on this afternoon. I know we have that few sprinkles here and there early, but for the most part, it's going to be west. Now, Frankfort, we could pick up roughly 2 inches of rain by the time it's all said and done. Lexington, 1 inch, and then Richmond, you may pick up 1/4 inch. So it all depends on where you live today, but 127 and also 27, seeing some rain early this morning. That goes for 150 and also 68 heading through Campbellsville and also Columbia down in Adair County. Now, rain through sunset. Remember, keep that in mind. This is through sunset, now through roughly 7 p.m. Sunset's really about 6:40, but roughly 7 p.m. Likelihood of actually seeing some rain around the green shaded areas. If you are in that region, just know this, you will see rain. There's no doubt about that. It's very likely that you'll pick up not just 2 inches, or not just 1/2 inch, but maybe even 2 inches as you work your way toward Frankfort and then go northbound. It's possible from Moorhead to London Corbin and also Somerset. It's a possibility that you could get a few showers like we did see this morning there in Bath County, but it's highly unlikely before sunset that you actually see some rain down toward the southeast. That comes during the evening and overnight hours. Temperatures this morning, 50s and 60s. It's a great feel. We hit the afternoon right around 70 degrees. Remember, if you are around Lexington, go north or westbound. That is your best bet to pick up rain for today. Anywhere east and south of that, it's really, for the most part, going to be during the evening and off into the overnight hours. That's going to be the best chance of rain there in the forecast. So then it fades, Bill, tomorrow morning about 5 to 8 a.m. in southern Kentucky. That's going to be the best bet of trying to push that on out, the timing on that. So it really shouldn't affect many of us tomorrow morning. Kids going off to school, parents going off to work. Shouldn't affect us that much tomorrow morning. And afternoon, fantastic weather.
Well,
Good weather.
if it stays like it is right now, it's just, very light sprinkles.
Yeah, you'll
almost
get
a
some
mist.
showers here and there. Could you get a rumble thunder? It's possible, but no severe weather expected.
It's still warm.
Yeah, very
that
warm
is very
outside.
nice. All right, 6:10 on WKYT this morning. Hey, good morning to you again. Let's check traffic right now and see what is going on. Here is Officer Don out there at 98.1 The Bull. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill. Looks like wet roads to deal with right now, but traffic is still light, so we're in pretty good shape. Just check Clays Mill, for instance, between Jesse Clark and Lexington Catholic, and normal flow there. As you get a live look outside right now, you can see no major delays popping up. Everything pretty much moving fine. As far as our drive times are concerned, you should be okay inbound from Nicholasville right now with a normal ride in. Same deal inbound from Harrodsburg Road, and it looks like for Sales Road across the county line, we're only dealing with about 12 minutes. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, Don, thank you so much. Appreciate it, and keep us informed as the morning goes along. 6:11 is our time on WKYT this morning.
Severe flooding continues to affect states in the south. A look at the damage in 3 minutes.
Also, it has been a big success, and now McDonald's is making some big changes to its all-day breakfast menu. That story ahead. We're coming up on 6:15 on WKYT. We're glad you're with us on this Thursday morning. Developing news this morning, at least 3 people are dead after torrential downpours caused flooding in parts of the south.
In some places, up to a foot of rain is expected by the end of the weekend. As Don Champion reports, it's making a dangerous situation even worse.
Across the south, drenching storms are not letting up. In West Monroe, Louisiana overnight, rising floodwater made travel dangerous.
He just stalled out.
Still, drivers took chances, and even police found themselves having difficulty. Up to 7 inches of rain has already fallen in several places. Another 5 could fall by the weekend. In Fort Worth, Texas, it was an anxious night for people like Taylor Neff. He watched water creep closer to his house.
It's tense. We're used to it right now, but we're just keeping an eye on the numbers. We're watching what those 2 lakes are letting out.
In hard-hit Houghton, Louisiana, water is up to the rooftops of homes. Cars are submerged. Harvey Kemper tried salvaging what he could while he could.
Quick. And let's say less than an hour, it was from right here to right up here.
In parts of the state, mandatory evacuations have been ordered, and the National Guard has been called in to help. The governor also declared a state of emergency. Don Champion, CBS News.
The massive storm will bring rain and possible flash flooding to about a dozen states today, including Kentucky.
Police near Pittsburgh are searching for at least 2 gunmen who opened fire on a backyard party last night, killing 5 people and wounding 3 others. Police in Wilkinsburg are calling it an ambush-style attack, and they say people scrambled toward the house as bullets started flying. 4 of the victims were found dead on the back porch. Police do not know a motive. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden met Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas yesterday as part of a visit to that region. Earlier in the day, Biden met with Israeli officials where he criticized the Palestinians for a, quote, failure to condemn a stabbing spree that has killed an American student and a war veteran the day before. Taylor Force was from Texas but recently had lived here in Lexington. Abbas's political party had posted a statement online praising the stabber. Republican presidential candidates square off in their 12th debate of the campaign season tonight in Florida. And the latest poll showed Donald Trump leading Ted Cruz, John Kasich, and Marco Rubio, who is from Florida, of course, in the winner-take-all states of Ohio and Florida. Both states, along with Illinois, Missouri, and North Carolina, hold Republican and Democratic primaries next week.
The time is 6:17. Lawmakers are looking to crack down on airlines and their, quote, ridiculous fees for things like checked bags and changing flights. A new Fair Fees Act introduced this week would give the Department of Transportation the ability to ban airlines from charging fees that are, quote, unreasonable or disproportional to the cost incurred by the air carrier. Before you crack open that bottle of Corona, listen up. Corona is recalling some 12-ounce bottles because there could be small pieces of glass in the beer. The company says only a very small number of bottles are affected. There are no reports of injuries. And McDonald's all-day breakfast might be getting bigger. The fast food chain is now serving its entire breakfast menu all day at certain locations. The limited all-day breakfast menu that launched nationwide in October offers 9 items. It has helped boost McDonald's sales, but the biggest customer complaint has been the menu is too limited. No word if McDonald's will expand the menu nationwide.
All right, sounds like it is working out for them, certainly. And it's good to have you along on WKYT this morning as you get your breakfast, get started, get this day underway. The passengers weren't the only thing that went airborne on this plane. Why fists were also flying. That's coming up on WKYT in about 6 minutes after weather.
Yeah, everybody doesn't really want that window seat. They kind of want to stay closer to the aisle. That might be the reason. I don't know. Tracking the rain chances back toward the west. All that is moving our way, and you can see we got a lot of water to go through. I'll have that in your forecast coming up next.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back in WKYT this morning on the air at 6:22 on your Thursday.
A major traffic alert in Lexington is now over as a standoff has just ended.
And that's what's trending at this hour. Police say a man who barricaded himself inside a liquor store at Newtown Pike and Georgetown Street has turned himself in just before 6 o'clock this morning. The standoff lasted more than 7 hours throughout the night. Police say 2 employees inside the store escaped shortly after the standoff began.
State police are offering a $1,000 reward for information about several arson cases in Jackson, Lee, and Owsley counties. Just this year, police say 6 fires in Jackson, Lee, and Owsley counties have destroyed campers and even a few homes.
The southbound lanes of I-75 in Tennessee have opened ahead of schedule. The northbound lanes near Jellicoe remain closed because of last month's rock slide. Have some sprinkles for some in the region this morning. A quick check of the forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
You know, that's probably the biggest news down for people in southern Kentucky, or heading that way at least, is that those southbound lanes are now reopened. So there's fantastic news there after that rock slide. But outside at this moment, we're getting some rain falling across the region. So where you see the rain, if you're over toward the Mountain Parkway, Howell Rogers Parkway, go from London all the way to Hazard, go down 25, 119 down in far southeastern Kentucky. You're talking about mainly dry conditions all day long. I say mainly dry because you get a sprinkle, but for the most part, the rain stays out of your neck of the woods all day long. It'll be a really nice day. But go Lexington north and westbound. That's going to be the best opportunity to actually see some rain today. It's going to be on and off all day long for here in Lexington, north of us, and back toward the west. 61 now in Lexington. Mountain Parkway looks good and dry. Frankfort, and not so much. It's 63 degrees. Remember, when it rains on the roads, people will tend to slow down a lot, and that might put you back a few extra minutes on that early morning commute. The rain chance will be with us all day long in that one spot. But when does it finally move into the eastern zones and far southeastern zones? Well, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to show you when you can expect that and look at your Friday off towards your weekend, because we still have rain chances there too. That's coming up.
All right, well, so you might need some sunglasses and you might need an umbrella today, or you might just roll with it, you know?
I'll take it. 70 degrees, right?
Yeah, and a sprinkle or two, that's all right.
Excuse me. The turbulence on a Los Angeles bound flight was from a dust up over a boombox.
It happened aboard Spirit Flight 141 from Baltimore. Police say 2 drunk women started blasting music, and when other passengers asked them to turn it down, they refused, and that's when the fists started flying. A flight attendant can be seen on the cell phone video trying to break up the fight. Police met the plane when it landed at LAX. 5 women involved in the fight were pulled off of the plane, but no one was arrested. Worked it all out, I guess. All right. We've been
debating this, right?
Debating how you say this exact thing, but all right, a beer company is...
A beer company. Dos Equis.
There it is.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis is dumping the gray-haired spokesman known as the most interesting man in the world.
It's a sad day, right?
Yeah.
The Mexican beer brand said Wednesday that the most interesting man commercials will continue later this year without Jonathan Goldsmith, the 77-year-old actor who has appeared in the Dos Equis ads since 2007. In Goldsmith's last commercial, he is shipped off in a rocket on a one-way trip to Mars. A replacement for Goldsmith has been chosen. Oh, man, I was hoping it'd be you, Bill. Oh, well. But it hasn't been named publicly. Dos Equis is owned by Heineken.
I guess I'm third most interesting.
No, don't say that. Traffic can be a real nightmare, especially if the tie-up is because of a tiger.
Right, and that is exactly what drivers in WKYT recently had to deal with. I mean, look at that. Shocked onlookers.
Can you imagine driving?
No, I can't. They saw this tiger cub. If that's a cub, I'd hate to see him grown. He got on the loose, started darting in between cars.
Look at that.
The whole thing caught on camera there, posted online. That's how we captured it. Eventually, the cat is wrangled by a fearless motorist, but how did he get loose? Well, officials are still investigating that, trying to figure it out.
It's the big question.
Cats can be elusive. And that one certainly was. All right, it's good to have you with us on WKYT. We can start to see that weekend. It's there somewhere, right?
Very, very
around
close.
the corner. And a lot more news coming up on WKYT this morning.
Yep, when we return, a look back at one of the worst mining disasters in the state's history.
Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $15 million. Saturday night's Powerball jackpot is $60 million. It's so good to have you with us on WKYT this morning.